Houston, the opening match. 80,000 people on their feet waiting for the moment they paid to see. The greatest goal scorer in the history of football steps onto the World Cup stage one last time, and then nothing. No goal, no magic. A 1-1 draw against a team ranked far below them, and the cameras catch a face that no longer looks like a king. It looks like a man running out of time. For 20 years we were told he was a force of nature, unstoppable, eternal. But the numbers are whispering something the highlight reels won't show you. The drought is real. The legs are gone. And in the summer of 2026, the uncomfortable truth is finally impossible to hide. The Emperor has no goals. Let's start with the stat his fans desperately want you to ignore. Cristiano Ronaldo, the man with more goals than anyone who has ever lived, is in the middle of a World Cup scoring drought that now stretches across 10 matches at major tournaments. 10 games, on the biggest stages in the sport, and the net has barely moved. His last World Cup goal from open play, you have to go back years to find it. Penalties, yes. Tap-ins occasionally. But the predator who once terrified every defense on Earth, that player hasn't shown up at a World Cup in a very long time. And it just happened again. Portugal's opener in 2026 against DR Congo, a game they were heavy favorites to win. Ronaldo started. Ronaldo led the line. Ronaldo did not score. Portugal dropped points. 1-1. The headlines the next morning didn't say legend. They said it plainly. Portugal have a Ronaldo problem again. Because a striker who doesn't score isn't a striker. He's a passenger. And at this World Cup, the passenger is wearing the captain's armband. Now look closer. Watch what he actually does on the pitch in 2026. He is 41 years old, the oldest outfield player ever to start a World Cup match. And it shows in the one place you can't fake: movement. The explosive sprinter who blew past fullbacks is gone. What's left stands high up the pitch, waiting for the ball to come to him, waiting for a chance to fall at his feet. And here's the problem with waiting. Modern football doesn't wait. The best teams in 2026 press, swarm, and hunt in packs. They need 11 players running. When one of them stands still, even a legend, the whole machine breaks. Suddenly, 10 men are doing the work of 11, and the opponent has a free path straight through the space he refuses to cover. He no longer drops deep to build. He no longer tracks back to defend. He occupies the most valuable real estate on the field, and far too often, he does nothing with it. Portugal aren't winning because of Ronaldo anymore. More and more, they're trying to win despite him. But the deepest problem isn't his legs. It's something harder to fix. It's the gravity. When you are Cristiano Ronaldo, the entire team bends around you. The free kicks, even the ones from impossible range, are his. While younger, sharper takers stand and watch. The penalties are his. The system is built to feed him. And when the most fed player isn't producing, every wasted touch is a chance another teammate never got. Think about what Portugal actually has now. Bruno Fernandes in the form of his life. A generation of fast, fearless attackers desperate to take the game by the throat. Imagine that team unleashed, pressing high, running in waves, no one waiting for the icon to finish the move. But you can't build that team and keep the monument standing in the middle of it. A manager has only two choices: bench the most famous athlete on the planet, or bend the whole side around a 41-year-old who can't press and can't sprint. That is not a football decision anymore. It's a political one. And every game it goes unanswered, Portugal play with a handbrake bolted to their best years. And here's the cruelest truth of all. For all the records, 5 Ballon d'Ors, a Euro, 2 Nations Leagues, more goals than any human in history. There is one trophy Cristiano Ronaldo has never lifted: the World Cup. 6 tournaments, 20 years, and his best run came at the very first one, back in 2006 as a kid. Since then, never past the quarterfinals, not once near the final. Now he's in Group K, alongside a dangerous Colombia, a tricky Uzbekistan, and the DR Congo side that already held them. The group itself is a fight, and the road after it only gets steeper, a longer, larger, more brutal tournament than any he's ever played. To win it, this Portugal team would need to be at its absolute best for 7 straight games. And that is exactly the team they cannot field, as long as the handbrake stays on. The dream that drives him is the very thing standing in his way. Let's be fair. Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the greatest who ever lived. Nothing this summer erases that. The records are carved in stone. But greatness in the past tense is still the past tense. The drought is 10 games and counting. The sprint is gone. The team is bending around a player who can no longer carry it. And the one trophy he's chased his whole life is slipping, quietly, out of reach. He came to America for a fairy tale ending, to finally answer the question that has haunted him. But the stat sheet doesn't care about legacy. The pressing doesn't pause for legends. And somewhere in the second half of a knockout game, he can't quite reach. The clock is going to run out on the greatest goal scorer football ever knew. Not with a goal, with silence.